Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, they've got the benefit of starting out the season right at home in an atmosphere that's getting ready to explode to celebrate opening night. They are going to be amped to go after win number one. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning this season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
The starting lineup of the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At power forward, Marvin Williams. At the other forward position, Nicholas Batum. At the other forward position, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. At point guard, Kemba Walker. At center, Al Jefferson. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford. At small forward, at 6'9", number 9, Luol Deng. Starting at point, at 6'3", number 7, Goran Dragic. At center, 7 feet, number 21, Hassan Whiteside. Number 1, Chris Bosh. And number 3, Wade. Eric Spoelstra is your head coach.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And this matchup with the Hornets, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Kidd-Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Batum, following the miss by Chris Bosh. Shot clock at 6. Back to Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Outside, Walker. pulls it from the elbow, and the jumper falls for him. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Now go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Bosh. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Walker. A fast break now for Charlotte. Batum leading the charge.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Shot clock at 3. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Bosh has got his first points of the game.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Batum dishes to Jefferson. Williams a screen, and Whiteside sends it back. And it's the Heat on the break. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. Inside. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist by Walker.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Dragic against Walker. Right side, Dang. Baseline try. Miami no good on that time either. Hornets trail by 3. Outside, Walker. Dragic with some nice D.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Wade can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Walker the pass to Jefferson. Charlotte moving the ball around. Williams gets the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. On the wing, Dang. Here's Dragic from outside. Hornets with the rebound. Here's Walker. He dishes it to Batum. To the middle. The dive for the ball. Walker with a clean look. And it's Walker again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The kick out to Dang. Right side Bosh. Walker against Wade. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Wade's got 7 points in the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Jefferson, a screen on Dragic. Walker, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Boy, Jefferson got really physical on that screen that helped set the shot up.
Outside Bosh. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Back to Wade. And he gets it to go. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a three-point game. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. He had a nice open look right there.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had been the kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles. But all of that changed last season.
Amari Stoudemire checked in for Whiteside. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. To the inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson.
And here we can check out the story on Nicholas Batum. How he did last season. Averaged about 9 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Now here's Dragic. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Wade with it. He's picked up by Walker. Lets it fly. Wade, good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Walker against Dragic. Screen by Jefferson. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Stoudemire.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
A different look for Miami. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Charlotte also making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Williams. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Hit his leg, and the ref's saying he kicked it. Winslow's checked in for the Heat. The Hornets also changing it up. Kaminsky comes in for Jefferson, and it's Lamb in there for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Zeller inside. He's covered by Deng. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist from Lamb. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team. He's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, what, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, you know, even though the all-star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit of defense to have a chance to get there.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Lamb, and a wide-open look for Lin. From outside, off the mark. Chalmers against Batum. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Did not need two hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Here's Lin, looking for his first basket still in this one. Zeller setting the pick for Lin. Here's Kaminsky. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations. And 33 and 49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
Now, here's Chalmers. Here's Dang. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Now here's Lynn. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the pick. Down low, Kaminsky, and Whiteside sends it back. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Hornets trail by 3. And here is Lynn. And it's blocked by Dang. Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Kaminsky. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role, and it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, and anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Charlotte. Enzo Chalmers nails both of them.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
Now here's Lamb. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Feeds it to Lynn. Zeller, a screen on Chalmers. There's Lynn with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. To the inside. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Pass to Lamb. Over to the wing. Pause. No good off the front iron.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open 3. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strengths. And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And here is Green. After Jeremy Lin hitting the 3, passes it to Chalmers. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Lamb. Charlotte's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. kicks it to Lynn. The pass to Lamb. Outside, Lynn. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. And Whiteside sends it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. That will count. No good on that last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Miami ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level, and that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate them.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Chris Bosh is out there with Winslow. And it's Stoudemire in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Now, here's Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jefferson. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
A nice shot by Winslow. Hornets trail by 5. Walker with it. Over to the left wing. And the shot no good. A bit short. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Stoudemire kicks to Dragic. And the Heat, another 3.
This is really the story of the game here. They've been excellent from behind the arc.
The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside, Batum. Now Hawes. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Jefferson, a screen on Dragic. 5 on the clock. Walker dishes to Jefferson. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
The Heat leading by 6. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Stoudemire in the post. Jefferson is right there. Dragic against the bucket.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Marvin Williams.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Batum kicks to Walker. Here's Jefferson. Bosh grabs the miss. Bosh has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kid Gilchrist against Wade. Bosh passes to Wade. Taken away by Williams. All alone. Finishes the break with a slam.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. clearly they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Now, here's Walker. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Walker's got 6 points.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Now Walker, after Justice Winslow missing on that last 3-pointer. Good. Now just a 5-point Heat lead.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. Here's Stoudemire, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Charlotte making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. Wade against Batum. Stoudemire, the screen. Double teamed on Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the Big Three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Now here's Kaminsky. After Dwayne Wade's miss, can't connect from 14 feet out.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Left side Bosch. Stoudemire inside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25 and 27 against the rest of the conference. Played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Charlotte. Batum with the steal. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone, and he gets it to go. Now just a 5-point Heat lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Winslow. Back to Bosch. 6 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Left side Williams. And it's Walker penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
For Charlotte, they had gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Greg, talking about Walker, you have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage. Greg, you were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40%. For Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Hornets trail by 6. Now here's Lynn. Walker in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Miami's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Wade against Lynn. Williams with the block. Here's Lynn. There's the dish to Williams. He feeds it to Walker. Pulls up. High post. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. The Heat leading by 6. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Batum attacking, and the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Dang comes in for Dwayne Wade. Dang for 3. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. And that's now 10 points for Luol Deng.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Now here's Lamb, headed by Green. Picked by Zeller. Here's Lamb. That one off the back iron and out.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Whiteside kicks to Deng. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I'll tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Stoudemire. Deng hits them both.
You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
Now here's Batum. Right wing. Here's Lamb. And the Hornets miss again. For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
And the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season. Guys, his consistency in terms of really helped them seize control.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now here's Zeller. Dishes it to Kaminsky. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Kaminsky's got 6.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Chalmers dishes to Whiteside. The kick out to Deng. Back to Whiteside. Cannot hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Lamb passes to Lynn. On the wing, Batum. Picked by Zeller. Some nice passing here by Charlotte. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Green, some solid defense there from Lynn. Hornets trail by 11. And Lamb kicks to Lynn. Here's the screen. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. Charlotte gets it back, but they get it back. And Batum kicks to Lynn. Kaminsky dishes to Lamb. Here's Zeller. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
First one falls for him. And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well, and I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transitioning and becoming a little better shooting the ball than he's shown.
Lamb passes to Lynn. The feed to Lamb. Hawes up top. From the line. Second shot opportunity. And Zeller with the lay-in. Zeller's got it back down to single digits for Charlotte.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And the Heat, an all-time Heat.
And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
And Green gets it to go.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Hornets trail by 11. And here is Lynn. Pass to Hawes. Lamb with the ball. Now Green defending. And Lamb kicks to Hawes. Such a wide open look. And for the Hornets, they seemed to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that and were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And, you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injury.
Whiteside kicks to Chalmers. Back to Dang. Whiteside sets the pick for Dang. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Dang dishes to Green. It's good from long range. Green's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat. Lynn. And that does it for the first half of play. Heat lead by 12. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Dwayne Wade wasted no time getting hot. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, the shots were dropping for them. I mean, they was just dropping out of everywhere, dropping out the ceiling, dropping out the popcorn guy, man's hand, whatever. It didn't matter what the defense was. They found a way to get a good look almost every time. They just got to be patient, take as long as they need to keep finding those high percentage shots.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Give it up for your Heat.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. He has 15 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Miami with the ball. On the court for the Hornets. Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Batum. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the three. Dragic the pass to Bosh. Here's Dang. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. 16 points for Luol Deng.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Walker. Shot off the pick. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dragic with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Bosh kicks to Dragic. Back to Bosh. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal
Well, one
foul.
thing that you can
shots,
always
gentlemen.
say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does. And Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
And the second free throw, good.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was third most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
And he nails the third. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Outside Dragic. On the wing, Dang. He kicks the Bosh. And that one's drained from the low block. And the Heat lead by 17.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And Jefferson throws it down.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Here's Bosh. They shoot again. Puts up the baby hook. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Al Jefferson.
It's on Al Jefferson.
That's his second personal foul.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Wade. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Timeout, Charlotte.
Charlotte calls timeout. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played, and Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running things through Jefferson. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris. 5 to shoot. Walker's shot is off.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Shot's good by Walker.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
The Heat leading by 19 points. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Bosh, the screen. Dragic dishes to Bosh. Outside Dang. Dragic the pass to Wade. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Winslow sub in for Chris Bosh.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist after Dwayne Wade's miss. Kid Gilchrist, a screen on Dragic. Williams with a clean look. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to Wade. It's stolen by Jefferson. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. Batum, good.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Taken away by Williams. And it's Walker penetrating. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And that's 15 points for Kemba Walker.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Stoudemire. He dishes it to Dang, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Pretty pass. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Hornets timeout call.
And the Hornets call time here. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Kaminsky is checked in for Williams. Here's Batum, screened by Jefferson. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Miami ball.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Dragic with it. He has 6. Feeds it to Winslow. Knocks it loose. Batum with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Walker with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Walker. Jefferson, a screen on Dragic. That's good from Kid Gilchrist on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 9th assist in the game now.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Really left alone that time. Winslow's got 5 points so far.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Hornets trail by 17. Now Walker. He's got 15. Batum wide open. He fires. Drills the three-pointer. He has 7.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Back to Dragic. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kid Gilchrist with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Batum. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now here's Wade. He's got 22. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Walker against Dragic. Outside, Walker passes to Kaminsky. To the left wing, 5 to shoot. And it's Walker penetrating. That's good. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Green, he's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Goran Dragic. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Jeremy Lin comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And here's Chalmers for 3. Here's Stoudemire, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Stoudemire's got 6.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
Now here's Batum. 7 points in the game. Here's Kaminsky. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Assist from
Walker's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. The Heat leading by 12. Wade dishes to Stoudemire. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 8 points for him.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Stoudemire's gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
Walker's shot is off. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3, and he gets it to go.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Hornets trail by 16. Zeller, a screen on Chalmers. And it's Walker penetrating. Outside, Lin lets it go from deep. The shot is off. Wade with the defensive effort.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Kaminsky with the ball. Wade picks him up. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Yeah, a moment here to see the numbers for Dwayne Wade. Good season for him last year. Last year averaged 21 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Hawes comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Lamb in there for Nicholas Batum. And Chalmers kicks to Stoudemire. Dang passes to Wade. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stoudemire.
And look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 6th in opponent points per game, 11th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And back to their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. Kind of an old school stat, but sometimes pace of play can factor in. But make no mistake, they made things difficult for their opponents.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. There's the screen. Walker against Chalmers. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Bosch grabs the miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Bosch, the screen. Over in the corner, Green shoots. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Walker, and Wade sends it back. To the middle, here's Green, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Here is Hawes, following the score by Miami. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Lynn's got 5 points so far.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Whiteside a screen. Left side Bosch. Stolen by Chalmers. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
The second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Chalmers against Walker. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat out front, up by 16. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 16. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Chalmers is out there with Dragic. And it's Wade in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Inside. Kicks it to Bosch. Wade dishes to Bosch. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Free throw good. Bosh. Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and you know they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggle.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Hornets. And it's slammed in by Whiteside. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And it's Walker penetrating. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And last season, the Hornets ended with only 14 road wins. Even when they made the playoffs in 2014, they weren't a team that traveled well. It's something the team needs to figure out in order to get back into the postseason.
The first free throw is good.
And, you know, as you mentioned, the road record for the Hornets was not that good. I mean, they really struggled late in the year when they seemed to almost give up. They lost their last 7 road games and 9 of their last 10.
The Heat making a switch here. Deng's checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Hornets trail by 19. Outside, Walker. And there's the pass to Jefferson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Personal foul.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possessions.
Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing a block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds. He covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there. It's been a nice game for Jefferson. He has 15 points and the 1 steal.
Then kicks to Dragic. And the 3 ball is good.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Batum attacking. Shot to stop the run. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
And, guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
And he's good on the second. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought, Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was, and, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too.
Williams for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Wade outside. The dish to Whiteside. Whiteside, Bosh. Deng gets a wide open look. Good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist.
Three-pointer.
Bosh has got 4 assists in the game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D has it.
Oh, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Amazing.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Excellent game we've seen from Luol Deng. He's got 21 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme. And, guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent, and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Hansbrough comes in for Williams. P.J. Harrison's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well.
Charlotte calls timeout. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Some changes here for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosch. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Ennis in for Dwayne Wade. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
Charlotte ball. 3 points, Bulldogs.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Hairston beyond the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Now here's Ennis. Dragic with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Hairston, the pass to Roberts. He feeds it to Hairston. Cranes the three-pointer.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
The Heat leading by 23. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now here's Ennis, defended by Batum. 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success. I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring. But pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
You know, you look at the coaching success for both Jason Kidd and Steve Kerr, both with long playing careers, championship experience on their resumes. Steve, in fact, Clark even had some time in the front office with Phoenix.
And don't forget about his broadcasting career either, Kevin. I mean, I think in both cases, though, you look at these two guys, they were able to come in and have immediate credibility with their teams, and their playing experience part of their preparation for being coaches.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Stoudemire, the screen. The feed to Haslem. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And Batum kicks to Williams. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
The Heat leading by 18. Stoudemire, the screen. Dragic dishes to Wade. Wade double team. will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Batum, good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Wade, double team. Pass to Haslam. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 4 rebounds in this game. Batum passes to Walker. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Luol Deng is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Here's Dragic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Heat lead by 18.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
The open shot, Williams. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Wade drives in. Tries again. He lays it in. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
On the wing, Batum. Offensive rebound, Kid Gilchrist.
Looking at the game for Kid Gilchrist, he has 8 points and also an assist.
And Kid Gilchrist had that very funky jumper coming. And prior to last year, really worked tirelessly. Not an easy thing to do to try to change the entire form and structure of your jump shot.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Kaminsky. He hits the second from the line. Miami leading by 19 points. Wade outside. Batum with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Dragic against Walker. Wade, double team. Outside Bosch. Back to Wade. Stoudemire kicks to Wade. Drops in the layup for 2. Wade's got 15 points here in the second half. Clark for Kid Gilchrist, and his shot, it seemed to be a step in the right direction for his entire offensive game.
Well, Kevin, it was the first year of reworking that jump shot, and the mid-range percentage has gone up as a result. That's positive progress.
And it's blocked by Deng.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Batum with the ball, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Walker goes in.
How about the night Walker is having? He's got 21 points and a dozen assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's Dragic. He dishes it to Bosch. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Chris Bosh. Hornets trail by 20. On the wing, Batum. Here's Jefferson. Here's Walker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
And so Walker nails both of them. The Heat leading by 18. And here's Dragic. Feeds it to Wade. Releases. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
That's his 4th personal foul. 4th team foul. Dwayne Wade. 2.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Hornets trail by 19. Walker with it. Outside Williams. To the middle. Jefferson's shot is off.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Kemba Walker.
The Heat leading by 19. Dragic kicks to Wade. Bosh the screen. Right side against Jefferson. The kick out to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Wade dishes to Whiteside. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now Walker outside Williams. Inside. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside, puts up the baby hook. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. So it's Miami now. They have a 19-point lead. Good.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it. And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with a big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch 4.
And the Hornets call time here. Now, the thing about Marvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
Here's Jefferson, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Out of bounds. Charlotte ball.
Heat on D. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from the block. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And that's 20 points for Al Jefferson.
And Nicholas Batum injuring his wrist last season, he was pushed in the back by Larry Sanders on a dunk and went down hard.
We've got 1:48 left in the game. Outside Bosch. Double teamed on Wade. There's Dragic with the three. That falls. Nice lead that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got assist number 8 now on the night. We saw that wrist bother Batum all season long. His shooting numbers down drastically. Clark, a major blow for him.
And you know what? The league might have to look at that. I mean, Sanders got a 1-game suspension, but is that really enough to discourage that kind of reckless foul? It's a thin line, but I think it's worth a further look.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Dwayne Wade. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. That's good.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And it's Wade in the corner. Batum with the steal. Now here's Walker. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play, and we are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.